We're exactly 1 week away now from the start of the filing period for Port Arthur city elections. 2020 is already shaping up to be a year of political change. KFDM's Angel San Juan tells us why new faces will soon be leading the city. Angel?
The only seat that will not be on the ballot in the May 2nd city elections is the mayor's. Voters will make decisions on the other 6 council spots, but we can tell you already half of the city council will be made up of new members because 3 incumbents are not seeking re-election. It's pretty obvious Port Arthur's physical landscape is changing, with billions of dollars in industrial expansion along with downtown development we have not seen in decades, which means an influx in workers. But what's less noticeable is the changing political landscape on the horizon.
This election is important. These individuals who will be seated will literally set the course of this city for this decade and the decades that are yet to come.
2020 promises to be a year of change at City Hall with at least 3 new council members. That's because Raymond Scott Jr. and Caprina Richardson Frank are termed out of their seats, and Harold Doucette Sr. is not seeking re-election.
We are seeing some new fresh blood that is going for candidates this year in 2020.
Although the filing period doesn't start until January 15th, several candidates have already announced their intentions to run for city council. That includes longtime Port Arthur School Board trustee, Pastor Donald Frank.
This council will be tasked, this council will be tested, and this council will be counted upon to lead this economic boom that's happening and transpiring.
Frank says the next phase of Port Arthur's political leadership will have to balance industrial prosperity with the well-being of citizens.
We've got to deal with the plight of the poor and the homeless. We've got to deal with our senior citizens and continue to address those needs that they have as well. And then we can never forget the youth.
And speaking of youth, they're represented in the race for council as well. Armando Ruiz, only 26, also the face of Port Arthur's fastest growing demographics, the Hispanic community, which does not have a seat on council. He wants to change that.
Actually, in the Port Arthur Independent School District, I think over 50% of the students there are Hispanics, which is one of the reasons why I'm running for city council this upcoming 2020. So that way we can have some representation out there.
So we're just months away from the possibility of new people in these chairs that will mark a next chapter for this city in transition. And while Councilman Harold Doucette is not seeking re-election, he's not staying on the sidelines. Doucette says he plans to help recruit and train candidates. Once again, the filing period starts next Wednesday, January 15th, and runs through February 14th. Election day is May 2nd. Greg?
Things are happening in Port Arthur. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate it. Developing tonight.